Hello and welcome to my second YouTube battle report. Once again I am Dan and we have Circle Orboros facing off against Legion of Everblight. On the left hand side of the screen we have Kaya and her 35 points of Circle Orboros, and on the right hand side of the screen we have Lylyth and her 35 points of Legion of Everblight. We decided to dispense with the scenario for this one and just go for straightforward assassination. I hope you enjoy. Lylyth and her 35 points has an Angelius, Ravagor, 3 Shredders, a max unit of Raptors, a Nissa Rival and a Shepherd. The idea behind this is that the Raptors are going to advance up pretty quickly, harassing on the left hand flank, destroying any support models, shifting stones and the like, while the rest of the army bunches up behind cover, pops feet and destroys the heavy war beasts from Circle. Okay, so Kaya's 35 points consists of Laris, a Gnarlhorn Satyr, Wartborn Stalker, Feral Wartwolf, Shifting Stones for Stonekeeper, and a min unit of Skinwalkers with their Alpha. The plan is to advance under Shadow Pack, which should at least protect them from the Raptors shooting, crowd behind cover, withstand the feet, and then counter-attack under our feet. Hopefully that'll work. So, Legion of Everblight, turn 1. As following the plan, the Raptors advance up very quickly on the left hand flank, hopefully to get a shot off or two next turn on the Shifting Stones or War Beasts or whomever should come into their range, while the rest of the forces behind cover, ready to feet next turn and do quite a bit of damage. Once that's been done, the Shredders can then climb over the wall and start mopping up. On to Circle Orboros turn 1. So they advance up a bit more cautiously. They're advancing up under Shadow Pack, which, while it won't affect the Legion War Beasts, it will certainly put a crimp in the day of the Raptors. And with the Gnarlhorn positioned as he is, if they want to get close enough to shoot at any of the beasts, they will get a headbutt in the face from the counter slam. So a pretty good setup there from Circle. They've tried to put as much cover in as possible, so we shall see. As you can see, they're all bunched up in the middle there, which is pretty nice. Nice for a Ravagor shot, that is. But the heavy war beasts have kept within the Shifting Stones triangle, so that if they do survive the feet turn, then one or other of them can teleport in, hopefully put a bit of damage in, and especially if Kaya feats, they can teleport back to relative safety. If both of them can survive the feat, then I think they'll be in a pretty good position. However, Legion of Everblight turn 2. You'll notice that there's no longer a Gnarlhorn Satyr and the Feral Wartwolf has gone down. To make matters worse, a Nissa Rival is threatening behind the enemy lines and lots of things are on fire. So what happened? One of the Shredders came up, took one for the team, was counter-slammed by the Gnarlhorn. A bit of damage was done to the Gnarlhorn in response, and then the Raptors shot him down. The Angelius was able to charge in onto the wounded Satyr and finish him off. Lylyth then popped feet, put a few wounds onto the Feral Wartwolf herself, and then the Ravagor was able to set quite a few things on fire and further damage the Wartwolf, leaving it pretty much dead and allowing the Shredders to just come in and finish it off. So fairly successful turn for Legion there, but she has left herself exposed to a teleporting Stalker. So, Circle Orboros turn 2. The Wartwolf Stalker teleported up to engage Lylyth. However, she was behind a wall and camping quite a lot of fury. So, always going to be an uphill task there. But he managed to get one hit through, but the damage was transferred to the Angelius, which otherwise would have killed her. Kaya had already popped feet, so the Wartwolf managed to teleport back to relative safety, and the Skinwalkers finished off the Shredders. But things aren't looking good for Circle. Legion of Everblight turn 3. They further advance, encircling the circle, and then manage to shoot off the Wartwolf Stalker and kill Laris, leaving Kaya with absolutely no transfer targets. So I think to be honest, it's looking pretty bleak for Circle. I don't think they're going to survive this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So on to Circle Oboros turn 3. They did what they could. The Skinwalkers charged the Ravagore, did a few bits of damage to it, engaged a few other bits of bobs, managed to shift the shifting stones up to block any charged lanes and as much as possible to prevent an easy route to Kaya. But I think it's too little too late, really. The writing's on the wall now. Kaya decides... So Kaya goes onto the hill to gain the elevation bonus and hiding behind cover, so hopefully withstand a small amount of shooting. And if the forces can keep the Ravagore occupied, then Kaya may well survive another turn. She takes a swing at Anissarai Val, but the defence is too high and she misses. And rather than spending any more fury to buy additional attacks, she decided to just camp it for the time being, save it for a better opportunity. But unfortunately that opportunity never comes. Legion of Everblight turn 4. Anissarai Val disengages from combat. Thanks to parry, she doesn't get a free strike. Shoots at Kaya, and combined with the rest of the shots from the Raptors, they're enough to see her go down. So, victory to the Legion of Everblight. They've managed to get their revenge. And so now it's 1-1 in the series. I hope you've enjoyed this, folks. Goodbye, and take care.